Hello, my friends, it's Brett. Today we're doing some super deep shoulder stretches to bring more balance into this area of the body. Let's begin.
It's time to feel uplifted.
To begin, make sure you have a blanket nearby if you can. Some couch cushions from the couch will work just as well. Just some extra padding for later. And I'll show you our first move from the side. I want you to interlace the hands and just roll back on the sitting bones. Let the chin drop into the chest. This is your exhale position. And then inhale, palms to ceiling. So this is just our gentle warm up. So as you exhale, you can actually flip your knuckles. If you look at me, it's like you're hugging a big beach ball, rounding back, chin into chest. And you really want to pull here so you feel a stretch between your shoulder blades behind your heart. And then inhale up. So just join me in this movement now. You can close your eyes. Inhale, press the palms to the ceiling, little heart opener, back bend. Exhale, rounding deeply, pulling chin into chest, trying to pull your shoulder blades apart. Good, let that go. Just reach the right arm up to the sky now. Exhale, bend the elbow and hold on to the elbow with your left hand. Gently press your head into the bicep. See if you can get a little longer and taller. And then knit your ribs in. So notice if you've ended up doing kind of like a little back bend, which is what I end up doing a lot in this position. See if you can contain, think of hugging that beach ball like we did earlier, but just to bring yourself back into neutral. And then see how this intensifies the stretch. Couple deep breaths here. I really like to press my head into the bicep while thinking of that Scarlett O'Hara corset, knitting my ribs closed. And from here, let the shoulders relax down the back. We'll just take some spirals. So you can lean over, just mirroring me, and then kind of round forward, over to the other side, and then back through neutral. So there's really no way to do this wrong. You're just opening the upper back and the shoulders. Another nice little detail to pay attention to here that I like is that if you look at me from behind, my palm is actually flat on my back. I feel like if I spread the palm wide and press the palm right between my shoulder blades, that I actually get a little bit of a deeper stretch as I move here. So you can try that here, back through center, and then also as we come to the other side. So reach both arms up. So just exhale, reach the fingertips to the left and right of the body for a moment. Maybe just observe the difference between the left and right side. Let your shoulders relax. Deep breath in and out. And then lift the left arm as you breathe in. Bend the elbow as you breathe out. Palm your back, so the palm nice and wide and spread between the shoulder blades. Hold on to the elbow and send the bicep back with your head. Couple deep breaths here. And keep thinking of your ribs knitting together, knitting closed, and that helping you find more length in the back of the neck. Adding the spiral as you're ready, leaning over to one side, rounding forward, chin into chest. Just let this feel good. Make the movement your own. You can hear my shoulders cracking and popping. Know that that's normal, right? There's nothing, unless there's sharp shooting pain, it's normal for our joints to make noises. Good. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, reach both arms forward to come to an all fours position. This is one of the places where if you have the blanket, it's helpful, but if not, don't worry, you can place it underneath your knees. So you reach the palms forward and we come into puppy pose. So walk your hands forward. Notice that my hips are staying directly over my knees. So I'm not kind of sinking back into a child's pose. I'm staying right with the hips over the knees. And I'm just walking my upper body forward. Once again, spread the palm and just let the heart melt towards the floor. The forehead may or may not touch the floor. And now that you're hopefully feeling the stretch, you can play. Your elbows can stay on the floor or you can lift the elbows up. See how that affects the stretch in the shoulders. You can just hang here if this is feeling good or if you want to intensify the stretch a little bit or experiment. Pull your navel up towards the ceiling and knit your ribs together. Sometimes actually engaging, pulling the ribs up and in and the abs up and in makes the stretch more intense. Two more breaths here, doing great. You can stay here, or you can play with the second variation. Elbows come down. Take the palms to press it prayer. Thumbs just sink right at the nape of the neck, behind the heart. Couple slow, deep breaths. Good. Gently press yourself up, coming out of this. And this is another place where the blanket might prove useful. So you're going to put it up high on your mat. And you might want a cushion for your head as well. Now again, if you don't have either of these things, you can still do the pose. It just kind of enhances your comfort level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cactus shape with my hand on the ground. So I'm going to just lie down with my arms like this. And I'll go this way first so you can see. So here's my arm in this goalpost shape. And then I'm going to roll over my armpit. And this is where I like to have a little something for my head. And this top leg can either stay on your bottom leg, or you can take it all the way back towards the floor. And this is, of course, going to increase the intensity of the stretch. So stay on the side you're doing, just breathe here. I'm going to demo it on the other side just so you can see it from both angles. Because at home, just do whatever makes the most sense for you to do first. Right, so it looks like this, and the stretch is big right here. Try to slow your breathing down. If it's too intense, back off. This isn't one of those the more pain, the more gain type of situations. You want to be experiencing a lot of sensation, but sensation that you can breathe into. All right, if you haven't yet taken it to the other side, do that now. So goalpost shape with the opposite arm. And you can even kind of notice the difference as you switch sides, kind of how potent this stretch is. You know, if you don't have the cushion, it's like your head's just on the ground, so it's fine. It's just a little more comfortable this way. If you keep coming back to this video, those of you that have a lot of range of movement in the shoulders can also take the top arm up and kind of reach it behind you. For me, this is usually more intensity than I need, but just so you have it as an option. Challenge yourself to make your breath fuller and deeper and slower. Good, and really gently coming out of this. Pressing yourself up onto hands and knees. Just moving any of your props. We don't need them anymore. And then spreading the fingers wide, pressing back into a downward facing dog, just pedaling through the legs. Maybe notice how your shoulders might feel different than they normally do in your down dog. Take a look at your palms, really spread the fingers wide, press through the index finger, knuckle, and thumb. If you have especially tight shoulders, you can take the heels of your hands on your mat and your fingers almost like on the wood in your home, right? So you kind of spiral the hands out to 45-degree angles, so your middle finger is pointing towards the corner of each mat. This gives you a little bit more space. So try this variation. Palms a little wider than your typical down dog and the fingers spinning to 45 degrees. Notice how that opens up more space in the shoulders. This is a nice variation for those of you with tight shoulders to just practice your dog always in this way. Deepen the breath. And then just walk the feet towards the hands. Interlace the hands behind your back. If you can get the heels of your hands touching, that's great. Some of you will just have the fingers interlaced, and that's fine. Snuggle your shoulder blades up towards the ceiling, and then let that fist or the fingers interlaced fall forward. And then drop the chin into the chest. So last little stretch here. Slow down and deepen your breath. Notice if your shoulders have crept towards your ears, draw them towards the ceiling. Try to get the heels of the hands touching, and then think of the fist, the knuckles, moving towards the ceiling and then over your head. One more deep breath. Good, and then come down to seated. And we'll close with reverse namaste, which is why I'm facing away from you. So inhale, the arms up. Exhale, the palms just halfway so they're in line with the shoulders. Good, turn your thumbs down and then bring your hands to prayer best you can behind your back. So, some of us might not fully have the palms in contact, and that's okay. But see if you can snuggle, again, your palms, your pinky fingers to press right at the place between your shoulder blades. And then once you have a firm contact, palm on palm, send the elbows back. And lift the heart. 3 breaths here. This is really great for the wrists, as well as taking the shoulders into some internal rotation. One more deep breath here. Good, and then release the palms. Inhale the arms all the way up. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Namaste.
Thank you so much for practicing with me and being here all the way to the very end. When you're ready to stop practicing at random, to move out of the shallows and deepen your knowledge through thematic class series, training plans, guidebooks, and Yoga Alliance approved continuing education courses, join me inside the Uplifted membership. With me and our global community, uncover the ancient wisdom of yoga in ways that are personal, practical, and powerful. And if you want to keep watching here on YouTube, this is the class I suggest clicking on next. So much love from my heart to yours. Namaste.